Hello YouTube, my name is Nero and today we have some Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. So today was actually the multiplayer reveal day for Advanced Warfare and we have a lot of things to talk about. So what we do with these trailer breakdowns, if you guys are new to my channel, is basically I show you guys the trailer in its entirety and then talk about it afterwards. And there's going to be a little link on your screen as well as an annotation for you guys to click. If you guys have already seen the trailer, you just want to skip ahead to the breakdown part, you guys go ahead and do that. There's a link on your screen as well as an annotation you can click, or you guys can just sit still and watch the trailer and then watch the breakdown. It's up to you guys, but we're going to hop into the trailer here and then we're going to start talking about it afterwards. I'll see you guys on the other side.
The Call of Duty Advanced Warfare Day Zero Edition and get 24-hour early access, double XP, 2 custom weapons, and the advanced arsenal.
Well, we have a lot to talk about here. So, I basically took a bunch of screenshots of different things I want to point out from this trailer that kind of caught my eye. Of course, there's a bunch of different things, people have different interests, so there's probably some stuff in here that you guys saw that I didn't decide to include in the video, and that's fine, leave a comment about it. But these are the things I thought were pretty freaking awesome. So the first thing we're looking at here is look at that kill feed. Look at the kill feed and look at the mini-map. We went back to the classic Call of Duty kill feed, classic Call of Duty mini-map. It looks very, very nice. I like that. I like that a whole lot. I think it looks pretty awesome. And I'm glad they decided not to go with the Call of Duty Ghost route where they changed around the minimap and they put the kill feed up in the top right and they made it really transparent. Now it's very bright, very vibrant. You get the minimap right there. It looks like it functions rather well. I definitely think that is awesome. Next up, we have this picture of this guy jumping. And we all already knew that Advanced Warfare is going to feature jumping and even double jumping. But today we learned a bit more about the boosting abilities of the game, in which they call it, where you're going to be able to boost jump, and you're going to be able to boost dodge, boost slide, boost dash, boost slam, which is kind of like an air-to-ground melee attack. There's a bunch of different stuff that they're doing, maneuvering abilities that you're going to have in Advanced Warfare, which is completely unique to Advanced Warfare as compared to any other Call of Duty games. And we already knew kind of about it. We learned a little bit more about it today, but just want to point that out here in the video for these guys who didn't know that, yeah, you're going to be jumping around a lot in Advanced Warfare. Next thing we're going to be looking at here is this pistol. So I was kind of confused by it when I initially was watching the trailer for the first time. And I'm like, wait a minute, he one-shotted that guy with that pistol. It doesn't make any sense. Then you actually look down in the bottom right, and you realize that the pistol itself only has one bullet in the magazine, or clip, or chamber, whatever you want to call it, right? It's only got one shot. So basically it's a one-shot pistol that can one-shot enemy players. Now, what exactly we know about that, we don't really know. Maybe it only works close range, maybe it works medium range, maybe it works at all ranges, maybe it's like a sniper rifle pistol. We don't know too much about that, but that was definitely there in the trailer. Next up, we have this clip of the tidal wave coming in. So during the trailer, you actually heard it. It says, "Tsunami coming in, take high ground," or something similar, something close to that. I'm paraphrasing here. But basically, on whatever map this is, there's going to be a tsunami that comes in, and it's basically going to flood out part of the map, making, I'm assuming, that part of the map unplayable, unless, of course, you can like go around with your swimming abilities and do things that way. But still, they're adding kind of a Levolution style theme to the game, and I think that's pretty interesting. I wonder if this is all kind of like a little hoax for us, though, you know? Because remember, during the trailers that we got for Call of Duty Ghosts, we thought that every time you called in a chem strike, it would completely pull up the map and change every single map. Then we found out that it was actually only for the map strike zone. So I'm wondering if this is the only map that's like this, or if every single map has some kind of Levolution feeling to it, or if it's just this one. Either way, I still think that's pretty interesting that they're adding this to Call of Duty Advanced Warfare. Next up, we have this screenshot of underwater, and I tried to get it so you guys can actually see him, you know, taking his arms and show him doing the breaststroke, but I couldn't really do that because it looked really bad, because, of course, I had to download this video from YouTube to be able to put it up here on my channel, and then we lost a bit of quality in that process, and it just looked really, really blurry. See? It doesn't look that good. Yeah, so swimming is actually going to be a part of the multiplayer. Kind of, they have that in Battlefield 4, and it works out pretty well in Battlefield 4, but I think it's interesting that there's going to be a swimming element. The maps are going to include water. You're actually going to be able to jump into the water, and rather than the water actually just being a death barrier like they have been in all the other Call of Duty games, it's actually going to be a playable area. You can go down there. You could maybe pull out your pistol like you can in Battlefield. We don't really know. We haven't seen a whole lot about that from the trailer, but swimming, water, that whole thing is going to be incorporated into the Advanced Warfare multiplayer. Next up, we have one of the new plasma weapons. Now, this weapon is kind of unique in that it doesn't have ammo. It doesn't perform with any kind of ammo whatsoever. Basically, it's heat operated, so you hold down the trigger, and then it's going to heat up a little bit, then it's going to shoot. So it's kind of going to perform kind of like a sniper rifle, I think, in that regard, but it's going to have no ammo. It's going to be completely different. It's going to be something new. It's just going to be one of the new weapons they're adding here into Advanced Warfare. So I'm going to be checking that out and seeing how that's going to perform. But of course, we don't really know too much about it because none of us really have hands-on experience with the game so far. But that is going to be one of the new weapon tiers for Advanced Warfare. It's going to be these plasma weapons, these laser weapons, these energy weapons, whatever futuristic term you want to give them, they all really mean the same thing. Basically, that's what we're going to be looking at. And it's pretty interesting that they're going to be adding a whole new weapon class to Advanced Warfare. Next up, we see the player actually getting an orbital... Holy shit, hold the phone here. Pause the video, stop everything, cut your cameras, stop, cut, everything, stop. I didn't realize this when I was initially making this video, but I did realize it in post while I was kind of editing everything together. Alright, look at this picture again. What else do you see in this picture? Anyone? Show of hands? Look at the minimap. That is a Blackbird. There is a Blackbird, orbital VSAT, or whatever you want to call it, in Advanced Warfare that I did not realize until right now, and that's really awesome. Alright. That's awesome. Seriously, like, that's one of the best things they could have possibly done for this game. They did it. Alright, we continue on with the rest of the video now. Hope you guys enjoy. Next up, we see the player actually getting an orbital care package ready notification on his screen, letting him know that he has an orbital care package ready to go. And how I figure this is going to work is it's kind of going to be like a normal care package, except maybe it's beamed down from space rather than, you know, in traditional Call of Duty stuff where, you know, kind of a helicopter flies in, drops off the care package, flies away, and then, of course, players have the ability to possibly shoot down the helicopter in the process, maybe before it even gets into the map, although they move so damn fast, it's usually unlikely that's going to happen. But right now, it kind of looks like care packages maybe get beamed down from space. Picture Titanfall, which I'm sure you guys are picturing a lot of things from Titanfall in this trailer. But picture Titanfall when the Titan comes in. You know, it just kind of appears out of the sky and comes flying down to the ground. I picture it being something like that, the orbital care package. And I thought that was pretty interesting. They've changed around some of the kill streaks. Of course, we learned about customizable kill streaks if you guys watch the live stream, if you guys actually watch the multiplayer reveal, not just this trailer. But we're going to be talking about that stuff in another video. Right now, we're going to be talking about exactly what we see within this trailer. Next up, and this is pretty interesting, you see the player on screen. It says, press and hold X to defensively support Warbird. Now, what does that mean? basically, if your teammate has a really big kill streak, picture just in older Call of Duty terms, picture an AC-130. Let's say one of your teammates has an AC-130. You can kind of just look up at it and decide, okay, I'm going to hack into it, and I'm going to help my teammate run that AC-130. Picture the AC-130 from Modern Warfare 2 or Modern Warfare 3, where basically you have the main cannon, which is a big heavy hitter, then you have kind of like a smaller caliber cannon, and then you've got the minigun turret. Well, basically, it's kind of like that, but, you know, your teammate can control the main cannon while you man the minigun and the minier cannon. You control those two things while your teammate controls one part of it. Basically, how it's going to work is two people can control one kill streak at a time. And at first, I thought it was kind of a bad idea, but then we kind of find out that Advanced Warfare is going to be primarily 9-on-9 as compared to traditional Call of Duty, which is usually 6-on-6. So in a 9-on-9 environment, it's okay, I think, to have two people actually being up at one kill streak at a time. One of the things I thought that was kind of a bad idea was if it's a 6v6 game, or like picture 6v6 domination in your traditional Call of Duty games like Modern Warfare 2, and two of your teammates are both up in the AC-130, leaving only 4 teammates on the ground to actually, you know, fight for the flags and domination or try for the headquarters, whatever game mode is you're playing, right? I figured that was actually going to be a bad idea. It's like, why? We don't need 2 people up there. We need that other person down on the ground trying to play the objective. But since it's a 9-on-9 environment, so it's going to be 9 people versus 7, that's a bit easier. I think that can actually work out a bit better in the 9-on-9 setting, because as you guys have seen, possibly from one of my montages, it's definitely possible for one player to go and take out 7. You know, that can definitely happen. So I think it's going to work out pretty well. It's definitely going to be interesting to see how that works. Can anyone just jump in there? If I'm going to be playing by myself without like a party of friends or a party of subscribers in my game, am I going to be up there in my AC-130 style kill streak, then randomly a teammate's going to jump in there, and then he's just going to start shooting around all aimlessly and, you know, hindering me? Or is he going to be helping me? Can I control everything by myself? There's a lot of things I want to know about this, but that's definitely one of the more interesting parts about this multiplayer reveal. Next up, we have a screenshot of the player controlling what I'm going to call, and once again, older Call of Duty terms, a Black Ops 2 style AGR almost, where basically he's running around, he's got the minigun right there on the side. It does look like he has some kind of an interface there, like he is controlling some kind of robot or something like that. But he also has the ability to hold X to self-destruct. Now, I wonder, is this going to be kind of like the AGR from Black Ops 2, where you're running around, you guys have like the turret gun, you can shoot at people and whatnot, but you also can just hold X to self-destruct. Does that mean you're kind of like a portable nuke? Well, not nuke, of course, but like a portable like C4 almost, where you can just kind of, you know, ride around when you're about to blow up, you just, you know, hold X to self-destruct and you just kind of destroy yourself. And is that going to work out? Is it going to be kind of like Titanfall's nuclear injection, where basically in Titanfall, if your Titan's already to blow up, you can eject yourself, then your Titan blows up in a little tiny mini explosion, which they call a nuke. Is it going to work like that? We really don't know. Once again, this is just from the trailer. This is all just my ideas as I watch it and as I think about it. And I think that's kind of likely what it will look like. If you just look at it, it looks a lot like the AGR. It gives you the ability to self-destruct, so maybe it's going to be kind of like Titanfall, where if your AGR is about to blow up, which I'm assuming you're controlling it from a remote location, when it's about to blow up, you just hold X or whatever, you know, console you're playing on, or maybe even PC, then it's just going to blow up, kind of like a C4 would almost, with that kind of blast radius, and then maybe pick up 1 or 2 kills as your thing goes away. So maybe that's going to be the case. Once again, we don't know. Next up, we have a screenshot of what in the world I don't even know. So you look up in the sky. Once again, older Call of Duty terms, it's going to look something similar to an AC-130. We have some piece of air support in the air, and then we have this thing shooting it down. This looks like a SAM turret on crack. Now, here's the thing. This looks like it's built into the building of the map, right? So I'm wondering, is this something that we can kind of fight for in the maps of Advanced Warfare? Maybe it's something specific only to this map. I really don't know. Is it a kind of thing where you're going to have things on the map that if somebody were to go up and hack it, similar to Titanfall, in Titanfall, you can go up and you can hack these turrets, and by hacking these turrets will kind of work for you, and they'll start shooting at enemy players. And if enemy players kind of sneak up to it, they can rehack it and then, you know, take control of it for themselves. Is it going to be similar to that, where we have to kind of take control of these anti-air lock-on launchers and make it so our teammates always have control of them, so when the enemy team calls up air support, it'll help us shoot them down? Is that going to be the kind of thing? Is that possible? I think it's definitely entirely possible. Just looking at this does not look like something you could possibly, you know, just call in out of your ass like you could with a laptop, you know, like most of the score streaks, right? It doesn't really make a lot of sense. So this does seem to me kind of like something that's built into certain maps, or maybe just this one particular map that maybe your team would fight for control for, and it can help you take down enemy air support. Possibility. Definitely a possibility. Next up, we have the XS-1 Vulcan. So this thing's crazy. So from this picture, you're probably like, I don't know, maybe it's a gunship, maybe it's a chopper gunner, maybe it's an AC-130, maybe it's a Predator missile. You really don't know, right? But from the trailer, we learned that this is something that's up in the sky, and it lets down a giant fire laser beam thing that just destroys the streets. I wonder if this is like be like the highest like kill streak in the game, like you think of the Swarm from Black Ops 2, or you think of maybe like the Ace-130, the Chopper Gunner from Modern Warfare 2, or things like that. Like the really sought after kill streak, like the high kill streak. I wonder if this is that, because it's pretty freaking destructive. You look at this picture on the street, it's like, wow, okay, that seems like a game changer. That seems pretty awesome. But that is going to be the XS1 Vulcan, which I'm assuming is going to be one of these score streaks in Advanced Warfare. Next up, we have the Elite outfit, and they're going to be bringing back player customization into Advanced Warfare. So we're going to be able to customize our eyewear and our helmets and our tops and our loadouts, which of course is the most important part, and our gloves and our pants and our knee guards and our boots, as well as our exoskeletons. So what we actually learned from the multiplayer reveal, which this was outside of the actual trailer, the actual reveal, the live stream where the developers of the game were talking about it and whatnot, we learned that you're actually going to be able to unlock these supply crates by doing different challenges or by hitting certain criteria, by playing the game a lot, kind of similar to what you did in Battlefield 4 with the Battle Pack system. If you're aware of the Battle Pack system in Battlefield 4, it's going to be something similar to that. You're going to be able to unlock camos, you're going to be able to unlock different kinds of gear, maybe different kinds of attachments, and different kinds of guns, different variants of guns. As I said, there's going to be 350 total guns on the box. It's going to be shipped. 350 different variants of guns that are just going to be in the game, array as it ships, and that's not counting possibly DLC weapons and things like that. So that's going to be pretty interesting how they're going to do that, and you're going to be able to customize your guy very, very well, and all the different things you're going to be able to do. Next screenshot we're going to be looking at here is actually of the pre-game lobby. So it's actually pretty awesome, right? So now it's kind of similar to what they did with Call of Duty Ghosts, where you can kind of scroll through the players, you can see their loadouts, but now it's definitely way more polished, looks way better. You can see every little detail of the player that you're looking at. I mean, look at that girl's hair. Look at her hair. I'm pretty positive you can dye your hair in this game. You know, this is a girl player, which of course, oh boy, girls are in Call of Duty now, because that was a big deal for some reason that they finally added women to Call of Duty. I don't see why it was a giant deal, but it was. And as you can see, she has a pink exoskeleton. As you can see, she has a little dye in her hair. You can see towards the top, towards her roots, that it's actually kind of like a black hair, but then she's also got like this dark pink, maybe almost a purplish dye to it. So possibly the player customization in this game can be so deep to the point that you can actually dye your hair and do things like that. Maybe you can get some piercings, who knows. But what they're going to be doing with this is, one, you can see that recommended players is 18, so you can determine from that it's actually going to be 9 on 9 in most game modes. But you can look through all the players in your lobby, and you guys can look at what their loadout is. You can look at what exactly is they're wearing, what kind of customizations they have. It's actually a really good version of a pre-game lobby. They're also going to be adding a test range, which was not shown in this trailer, but they're actually going to be adding a test range into Advanced Warfare, so you can try out a new layout, and to kill time in between matches, you can go into this test range and basically shoot your gun and try out your new stuff and look at your new perks and try out everything you can. And it's really a cool new feature they're going to be adding to Advanced Warfare, which really kind of spices up the pre-game lobbies, because I've been trying to play Black Ops 2 lately, and I don't know about you guys, I'm having a lot of connection issues in Black Ops 2, and the connection issues is basically we can't find matches. Like, it literally takes like 20 minutes in between matches for a new match to start, and it's getting ridiculous. So if there was actually like a test range like this, that would be pretty awesome. Well, lots of new stuff for you to play with, lots of new customization features added into Advanced Warfare. And the final screenshot we're going to be looking at today is actually going to be revolving around Advanced Warfare Day 0. So basically, if you pre-order Advanced Warfare, you're going to get the Advanced Arsenal. You're going to be getting 2 custom weapons. And you're also going to get access to Day 0, which allows you to play the game 24 hours early. So basically how I think this is going to work is you're going to pre-order the game, right? And usually when you pre-order a game, then you go to GameStop, wherever it is you pick up your game, and you go there at midnight, you stand in line, you get your game, you go home, and then you try to play as fast as possible, right? Well, I feel as though with Day 0, what I can tell from this screenshot, what I can tell from what they said at the conference, is that if you have this and you pre-order it and you do have access to Day 0, then you can go there the day before the game releases and say, hey, here's my pre-order, I have access to Advanced Warfare early, and they're going to give you the copy of the game a day early. You're not going to have to stand in that midnight line, which of course, if everyone pre-orders, then everyone's going to be standing in that line. They're just going to be doing it a day early, but still, you're going to have access to the game 24 hours before it comes out to people that didn't pre-order the game, and as well as on that day that you have early access to the game, everyone will have double XP, so you're really going to have an advantage on enemy players. You're going to be able to learn the maps, you're going to be able to learn the guns, you're going to have double XP, so you're going to be leveling up faster, and then of course unlocking more guns and better stuff as a result of that. So they're definitely pushing pre-order with Advanced Warfare Warfare this year. They're definitely pushing pre-order, which can be a good thing, can be a bad thing. I'm on YouTube, so basically I end up paying a stupid amount of money to purchase the game early off of eBay or something like that. Anyway, so I'll be getting it probably a week early, as I usually do, but it's pretty awesome. They're trying to open this up for everybody. There's no additional cost or anything like that. You basically just pay, you know, what was it, $5 a pre-order or something like that, and then you pre-order your game, and you're going to have access to Advanced Warfare Day Zero. So that is basically all things I really want to point out from this trailer. I'm sure there's some things I missed out on, but these were the things that were all really interesting to me, and these are the things I thought were actually pretty awesome about the trailer that I really wanted to point out. What are the things you guys thought was most interesting about this trailer? And of course, as videos, actually the full live stream comes out, the press release reveal actually comes out, I'm going to try and take parts of that. I want to start breaking down different parts of that. I want to talk about everything about with this game, because there is a ton that was featured that we learned about that was not actually in this trailer. For example, we learned about the fact the way the new Pick 13 system works. Definitely want to talk about that. I want to talk about the way the new maps are laid out and how they're going to be working, how interactive they are. I want to talk about the exoskeletons a bit more. There's a lot of things I want to talk about, and we're going to be talking about them in the future. So I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and if you did, please be sure to leave a rating. Hope you guys all have a wonderful day.